Hello, everybody. Decided to do a quick live stream tonight. I meant to start a little bit sooner, but I had a lot going on today, so I didn't get started as soon as I wanted to. You can see Ceci in the background. Well, you can see her tail flopping around. But this will probably be a short live stream. I'll probably keep it no longer than 30 minutes at the most. Excuse me. I wanted to start sooner, but oh well. Let me move back a little bit. Hey, come here. Come here. All people can see is your tail. They want to see all you. This is my new kitten, Ceci. If you've been following me on YouTube for a while, you've been seeing the videos. Let me set her down, see what's down. Make a long story short, Midnight, back in August, she disappeared one day. I never could find her. I don't know what happened to her. Because she stayed outside a lot too. She probably passed away because she's an older cat and was not the best of health anyways. But that's something that I'm going to start doing here in the future, is doing more live streams. I can't make any promises, but I'm going to try to do one live stream a week. Try to anyways. Of course, I said it earlier this year and I started to, but then I didn't. But I think I'll talk about a few different things in the live stream tonight. One thing I'll let everybody know is one thing I'll be doing with my YouTube here in the future. I'll still be doing a lot of training videos, but especially this month and probably a big suck in November, you might see a lot less training videos and more hiking videos, because I'm going to try to spend the second half of this month most hiking as many trails as I can around the area and getting photos and videos of the fall forest where the trees getting colorful. But I still throw my training videos in there too, because that's the main reason I started this channel, is for my trains and railroad stuff. Yeah, little Ceci's over here playing with a scratching post. But, okay, I do it. Oh, I was talking about the hiking trails. I had to think for a minute. I got a little distracted, forgot what I was saying. Because the Long Point Trail and the Endless Wall Trail I filmed before, but I'm going to film again when the trees get full forest. And something else I'm planning on, if things work out according to plan, I'm wanting to load, Jesse. If things work out according to plan, I'm going to get back in Appalachian Trail for a day or two here in the next week or so, because I did make a phone call in the area I'm wanting to go. The trees are reaching full peak. They're not full peak here yet, but they're close to it. I say they're at half peak. Of course, getting in the high 30s and low 40s at night, I say by this time next week, by next weekend, they should be in full peak, because it's Thursday evening now as I'm doing this. So I wouldn't be at all surprised to hit full peak within the next week or so. Well, okay. I probably won't stay too long because I'm tired and wanting to get in bed here soon. But we did a lot of yards today. Remember, I had cut a lot of yards, and then we stopped at his dad's house for a little while. It's actually been a pretty nice day today. Not too hot, not too cold. Because during the spring and summer months, it can be pretty miserable being outside. Well, I wouldn't say miserable. The heat can be miserable. The walk, not so much. I enjoy the motor weeding, just not so much the heat. So days like today, when it's like only in the 60s, it feels pretty good and comfortable out there. Hello, Paul from Alabama. That's one of the states I've never been to, is Alabama. At least not yet. One of these days I'll make it out there. Maybe. There's a goal I'm working on, though. I'd like to visit every state in the United States at least once. I try to. It's something I want to do. Can't say I will, can't say I won't. Yep. I think, well, I'm trying to think. Yeah, definitely had a pretty good day. Can't think of much craziness that happened today. I know yesterday, I think I tell a couple of stories about some interesting stuff. Yesterday, I went with one of my friends. We got out on the Pax Diner for breakfast, the Pax Corner Gas and Grill for breakfast. And I wish I would have got this on video, but we stopped. We're behind the street sweeper thing that cleans the roads, and two coal trucks on a no passing zone went around us and kept going. There's my new kitten, Ceci. They just kept going and didn't stop. Okay, I think the pixel's a little off on this because he's not a solid black cat, but looks like a solid black cat in the background. And it's so funny. Well, she comes back to me. I had to pick her up so everybody can see her closer. But what's so funny though is that friend after the coal truck thing, he wanted to go different ways so he can get back. And I'm telling you about that one rail line that I like to film how it's hardly ever any trains. Well, how hardly ever catch any trains on that line because most of the trains usually go by late in the evening or at night on that particular line. I tell him the story about that, and the very first rail crossing we come to on that line on the way back, we get stuck at the rail crossing by a really long coal train, which I thought was funny because I told him that story. Because I film that line a lot. Of course, if you follow me on YouTube, you know I film on Jay Corman line a lot because that line goes right behind my house, and I film Thurman and Prince a lot because that's the main line and very active line. Well, not so much lately because they can have much luck getting trains there lately. I like a few good ones Monday when I was down there. Hold on. Hey. Oh, never mind. I was going to catch her and pick her up so everybody could see her, but she ran out the door and took off. There she is. She's back again. She loves that little toy, though. That's a little Piglet toy. She loves that thing. I'm doing good. I'm trying to keep going here, but I guess I'm just tired and wore out. But this room, which used to be a spare bedroom, I would rent to people. I decided to go ahead and make it my YouTube studio because I'm done renting and trying to have housemates because I keep getting people I think is good people, it's trustworthy people to stay with me, and then it don't end well. Make a long story short, this room would be my YouTube studio from this point on. Although I do need to add more stuff to the wall in the background, more photos and pictures, and eventually I'm going to paint and add a different color as soon as I decide. Well, actually, I might just leave the same color because that yellow background ain't that bad. But I want to make this my YouTube studio. Well, it's been my YouTube studio for a couple of months now. But by the way, while I'm here, one thing I'll mention, I do have a Facebook page called Wallo's Adventures now. You can join, I think you could follow me. YouTube is join and subscribe. Facebook is like and follow. Yeah. The other place that's on my bucket list is Chicago because I've seen other YouTube videos that shows a lot of trains in and around Chicago. There's a few places on my bucket list I've been that I managed to scratch off. I guess they take off the bucket list because I made it. Desert, Ohio is one of the places that's on my bucket list. I got to go there a couple of years ago, and last year I was in Pennsylvania filming a lot of places in Pennsylvania. So at least I got to see that. Moving the old Stevens and Hinton Yard tomorrow. Okay. I'm glad they're moving that. I think I know the ones he's talking about because I got a sort of video about it. I hope they restore that thing because if it sits there too much longer, it's going to fall apart. Of course, I don't think that passenger car is in the best of shape. Hopefully they can save it. Unfortunately, I'll be working most of the day tomorrow. But next week, if things work out according to plan, I might spend a few days on the Appalachian Trail. Maybe. Of course, I don't even know if we'll be able to. It depends on how things work out. It'll be the second half of the week. Of course, I can't really talk about when I'm gone because there's people that's on drugs so bad when they know I'm out of town, but think I'm out of town to mess around my house. Make a long story short, if I go out of town somewhere and I come back and post pictures and videos of my trip on Facebook or YouTube. YouTube, mostly I wake up in the middle of the night and somebody be trying to get in my house. I turn the light on, they always take off running. It's been the same guy many a times, although the last time I didn't see who it was. I turned the light on, the noise stopped, and they took off running before I can see who it was. That's one of the reasons that I don't post stuff until I get back in town for my trips. But something else I've thought about the past few days. I know I look younger than anybody I'm in my early 40s now, and I think I've been on my own practically for the most part for 22 years. I think I lived on my own for a few years, moved back in my mom and dad for a year, so I was back on my own again. Except for that brief time I was married, which didn't work out because I'm not going to leave that around. That's the one thing I'm going to leave alone, because, make a long story short, things didn't work out because the person I was married to after so long decided this one day, so he didn't want to be married anymore, and nobody could talk to her. Yeah. Doing towards us passing the car tomorrow. I'm gonna try to catch. Oh, never mind. Says he took off out the door again. I'm not gonna be able to catch her. I don't think she likes me holding her when I'm doing my YouTube videos. I know that. Think about that, because when I first moved out of Moan, I lived down on 2nd Street in my grandma's old house for a couple of years. And then, well, actually more than a couple of years. I lived there 8 years. And then I've been here since 2015 in this house. Now, actually, I wanted to go to Hidden Well and things tomorrow, but then I didn't walk much this week. Monday, I just walked on my own property. Tuesday, I only got 3 or 4 hours here, and I got a full day in today, and I'm getting a full day walking tomorrow. Of course, by the end of the month, I'll be probably done walking with Brian, maybe a little bit in November. But next year, my goal is to be back on my own. If everything works out according to plan, I can skip a small handful of yards and focus a lot on my YouTube and Facebook. Well, both, because my Facebook is just now starting to make money. My YouTube, I'm making a little bit of money. Oh, by the way, something I'll point out while I'm thinking about it is you can become a channel member. I've done a little video talking about that, but if you want to, you can become a channel member and join. Things like $5 a month. Of course, YouTube will take $2 for itself and give me $3. But you become a channel member, and one of the benefits, you can see videos ahead of everybody else, because I'm going to set it up where members first on the videos are uploaded, where I can do members first. And then everybody else will see on whatever day I got scheduled to go public. Well, it's got me thinking. I do got to rethink how I do my videos, though. Because I'll upload a whole bunch at once the same day, and I'll set the date and time. And when I want to go public. Well, but then I got to thinking, if I'm doing the members first, and I do I got to upload my videos at once, there, all members first at once, then some people say I'm going to see them all, then there'll be a week or two before I upload more. So, make a long story short, YouTube Studio, I could upload, I could set the date and time, have a video scheduled for weeks in advance sometimes. Sometimes just 3 or 4 days to a week in advance. Depends on how many videos I get out there. I know I've been thinking a lot lately about, I don't know, I guess I've been overthinking stuff because I've been on my own all those years. Oh well, I've done fine. The Lord's protected me. I think all those years I've been on my own, just me for the most part. I can't really count the people that I rented the houses, rented the extra room to, because I remember Barry. I'm gonna leave that one alone. And then the last person named Rob. Make a long story short, that person took off one day, stole somebody's work van, and fled. And then Barry, used to be one of my best friends. All I can do is pray for him because because of stuff he's getting into. I know, make a long story short, he definitely needs prayer because he got hooked in drugs so bad, and all I can do is pray for him. Then I remember my brother was around. I tried helping him out when he stayed. Well, actually, I don't think he ever stayed with me in this house. But he stayed in the house that used to be my grandma's house. And that house is really haunted. A lot of paranormal activity. But it wasn't like that growing up. Now, in the future live stream, I'll tell, not tonight's live stream though, but in the future live stream, I'll tell stories about the paranormal activity that happened at that house when I lived there. Because the first few years I lived there, nothing happened. And then all this stuff started happening. Which is weird, makes no sense, but oh well. That house is now a vacant lot. That well, it's somebody's front yard and driveway now because the person that owned the house next door bought the house that I lived in at the time just so they could tear it down, make the yard bigger. They got a bigger yard. They made the yard a lot bigger and got themselves their own driveway. I would try to catch her again, but let's see. Every time I stand up, Sassy runs out the door. She don't want to be. I don't think she wants me to pick her up and hold her in front of the computer screen. Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't think I'll make it to Railway Day State. I want to, but then I was supposed to mow all these yards on 2nd Street, plus a couple of big yards here in town tomorrow that's scheduled to mow. Meant to mow it earlier in the week. Well, I mean, like, I ain't gonna try to get us to take off running again. Picnic in the park. I need to see if they're doing roller days next weekend too. I just cannot go tomorrow. I wish I could, but I just can't get the time off to go. Unless I go later in the day. Well, actually, maybe, well, no. I still got to get those yards done. Unless I go early and do the walk later in the day. I don't know. I just don't think I'm going to make it. Saturday, well, no, Saturday they're not running the train. That's the only bad thing. They run the train tomorrow and not Saturday. Hold on. Got you. Here's Sassy. She stopped right there on some boxes I had in the corner. Yeah, one of my friends had some kittens, and this is the only kitten left out of the box. One of the only kittens left out of the litter, and I got her. That's how I got Midnight, though. She was running around, and I got her as a kitten and brought her home. And I had her for like 14 years. I miss that kitten, that cat. She passed away a while back. But I believe she died because she just disappeared one day back in the beginning of August, but that cat was already sick and had health issues. In the last 2 trips to the vet, they told me I couldn't do much. But those who's been following me on YouTube for a while probably seen Midnight some of my videos. Because I'll get in my live stream from time to time. And I remember holding in a few of the videos. That'd be cool. I think I did make it. I can't remember if I made it last year or not. I think I did. Yeah, I think I did last year and the year before. Because I think the year before, Wyatt Grow was with us. Of course, he did a lot of films with us. He might, maybe before he dies of old age, he'll get over being mad at me and Zeno Vicious for filming the Virginia Heritage Unit before him. Maybe. Excuse me. I know I got some more videos I'm working on. I think I'm going to talk about telling some stories. I ain't told a lot of stories. Yeah, I've been doing some photography lately. I've been putting most of my photography work on my new Facebook page called Wallows Adventures. Because he's second my Wallows Adventures. I've got a bunch of photos I recently took of the railway bridge, that old wooden trestle down there on the Mill Creek Rail Trail outside of Anstead. Well, make a long story short, that we need to get to. I climbed down over the hillside, hopped across the creek, And then I took a bunch of photos and some video clips out of Bennett Trestle. Well, it like technically ain't Bennett because it's now the rail trail. And that wasn't easy to get to. Normally I just walk right across that thing going down to the park down there. But I did get down there and actually did get down there and get some great photos. With the creek being low, it's easy to get to there under that trail to get the pictures. Then I got some pictures of the lake at Hawks Nest State Park. I got some more pictures I took lately the past few days. I'm going to try and get up. I'm glad that they got that Facebook pages now because I've been posting pictures on my main Facebook for years. Now I can post my photography walk on the new Facebook page and actually make money by posting them on that Facebook page. I also got my photography walk available at the Schoolhouse Market because I put it up there and hope to sell. Every once in a while I'll sell a few. Here lately I ain't been selling much at the Schoolhouse Market for some reason. Well, this past weekend I made some good sales. The weekend before, I think I might have sold $5 worth. Yeah. If I make it all, it would be like Saturday, but then Saturday wouldn't be worth it because they wouldn't have to train with all the people getting off. So most likely Saturday I'll just take this thing. Oh no. I didn't think things through clearly. I would have this week. I just know because I'm planning a trip in Appalachian Trail. I got to work as many hours I can this week because in a couple more weeks I'll be done with the mowing and weed eating, and I definitely got to focus on the Facebook and YouTube to make the money. Although that's something else I could help me out with to help my channel get better. Or actually help my channel. I mean, as far as watch my videos. I think everybody in the live stream probably already watches my videos. But you can probably watch them again or play a playlist because I got a bunch of different playlists you can click on, let some of the videos to the playlist play through and keep my watch time up. Yeah. That's one of the reasons I considered going to see the train and all the people and then walk around the festival. But then because Monday I didn't walk it all Monday, I didn't walk it all Wednesday. Tuesday I only got like 3 hours in, or 4 hours, something like that. I got a full day in today and a full day Friday. It's just where we're going in from where grass cutting season come to the end. I'm gonna walk as much as I can the next few days. Well, tomorrow, Monday and Tuesday, then in the middle of the week I'll probably do another trip. I just know one thing I'm praying about and hoping to walk out is next year, keep a small handful of yards, go back on my own with just to keep the yards in this street and neighborhood that I live in, keep the yards on 2nd Street and the businesses I cut for. Old Cecily's having a lot of fun just running around playing. And then focus on now unfortunately, if I would have, I kind of did this to myself now I think about it because talking to my boss this morning, I agreed to work. I probably could, he gave me this time I had the option. Usually I don't have the option, but I agreed to work this for the simple fact the past 3 weeks I've not got a lot of hours in at work and I'm getting smaller pay and I got all these bills coming in. If it weren't for like that credit card payment that I have to take care of along with another high bill I had to take care of where I needed the money, I probably would do the trip. But I got to think about keeping bills paid over filming videos sometimes. Now, I don't know, I would say it's possible I catch the train in the morning, but I don't know what time we're starting. So I'll just probably about 9:30, 10 o'clock, we'll probably start and walk until like 6 o'clock. I know today I did not go to the table for dinner. Usually on Thursdays I go to the table and I actually skip the table. Of course, I go there and get the barbecue almost every weekend. And Sunday I went and got something different. I think I got the brisket Philly. Or the brisket burger, which is really good, by the way. Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to. Yeah. I'll figure out the settlement thing later. And get the settlement, but at the same time, miss a bill, miss stuff that has to be paid. Problem. I got to figure everything out because those yards on Second Street were already promised the person I'd be there to mow them. So me and Brian be there to mow him. Yeah, I didn't think things too clearly on this one. Oh well. I'll keep going a few more minutes. I'm going to get off and get ready for bed. Get me a good night's sleep so I can get in the morning. Well, I probably won't go to, I say get ready for bed, but I'll probably sit there and watch YouTube videos or a movie or something for a little while before I go to bed. Because I have a tendency to do that. That's the person that kept asking for a sellout last time repeatedly. No matter how many times I gave him a sellout, he kept asking, act like he didn't hear me. Yeah. But I'm hoping that here soon, I'm hoping to get another live stream of Thurman. I was on Thurman, was it not yesterday? I think it was. Yesterday evening, the signals were red both ways and nothing was coming. I could have easily done the live stream and just walked around talking a little about the history of Thurman, but I even tried to do the live stream for some reason. I don't know why. You would think I would have at least, well, there was a lot of people down there. I was surprised to see a lot of people down there. Little Ceci's right here now. Come here. I don't think she's happy right now. We set it back down. I don't think she expected me to pick her up that time. But I don't think I'll do my next live stream. If I know for sure when I'm going to do the live stream, if I know for sure when I'm going to be able to do the live stream, I have to let people know, put a little post in there letting people know that when I'm doing the live stream. Of course, I don't know exactly when I'm doing the live stream. I just hit a live stream and hope that people see it. Well, I know people see because when you hit go live, people see it anyway. Yeah, it's a lot of money. But I think when I do my next stream, I don't know. I just know that I think about a lot. One thing was sort of, I'm glad that my YouTube's finally, it took me 3 long years to get this particular YouTube channel monetized to get the watch time. Long ago, if I count the one I accidentally locked myself out of, which I wish I hadn't locked myself out of that one. I don't know if I would have made it sooner if I hadn't or not. Make a long story short, if you ever have to, if for any reason you have to change your information and password and information and phone number and everything, write the new information down, go and change to the new number. I messed up on that end and could not get back in there. Oh well, at least this one's doing good. And I'm going to keep it up as long as I can. I know Sunday night I was going to do a live stream, make a long story short. Something was telling me not to do a live stream. I didn't know why I had that feeling not to. Well, around the time I would have been in the middle of a live stream, the power goes off. I was out for, I don't know, a couple hours. And then the other day, the power was out again for a couple hours in the middle of the day. That's been kind of a very common, that's also beginning to become a common thing here. The power around all over Mount Hope and going off at the most random times for no apparent reason. I don't get it. That's been quite common for the past year or so here. Not like I wouldn't say regular basis, but enough to be annoying. It's like it seems like several times a month that happens. A couple times a month. Although this past week it happened 2 times in a week. And one of those days I was at the bank trying to get some paperwork done, fill out something I was supposed to fill out. Literally, Lee got everything done on the computer for the paperwork I need to sign, and told me all I have to. He told me all I got to do is print. As soon as he said that, the power went off and stayed out half the day. Oh well. And then Sunday night the power's out for hours, and it's after 8. See this walking from the computer. But I'm gonna wrap this up and call it quits for the day. I want to do the last one because I ain't doing very many lately. But if you got time to watch some of my videos, I got some new videos up. The train where I stay and drive and film the train. Got to stay and drive, and I got a driving video from Babcock State Park didn't do good at all. I think it's got a little over 30 views. And then I got some. Tomorrow night I got the hiking trails video, the hiking the Mill Creek Rail Trail video going up. So that should be going up soon. And then I think Sunday, Sunday night I got the video of the train crossing that bridge at Hawks Nest Lake going up. Wait a minute. Of course, if you people channel members can see the videos ahead of time. I think I got another video that I got scheduled. I need to fix it members first. Well, I'll probably wait a day to fix it members first and then public. Then I got a few more videos to still work on it to get it ain't got ready yet. But thanks for watching. And maybe our next live stream will be trackside here in a few days. Well, maybe in a few days I'll do a trackside live stream or a live stream somewhere else. Actually, I don't know when I'll do my next live stream yet. I have to figure out when. Sometime within the next week or so. Oh, come here. Get Ceci to say goodbye to everybody. Say good night, everybody. See you next live stream. Well, everybody see my videos and see you next time I do a live stream. Thanks for watching, everybody.